Hello, everyone. We are on live chat number 2 for VisionCourse. We go live every Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Mostly it's 1 p.m. Eastern because here in Arizona we don't change our clocks. So for us, right now it's 10 a.m., but then half the year it would be 11. But to keep it consistent for everyone else, we'll go based off of the Eastern time. All right. So no one is showing up like last time. And what I went through was I just did a little intro. What I did last time, I did a little intro to our company. We watched our intro video about the services we offer and how they would benefit you. Now, what I think we should just do is let's go let's just kind of Google SEO 2022 and check out what is trending, what new articles and stuff are out. And I can kind of walk you all through if you have any questions about them. So we have, the first one is by Search Engine Land, the state of organic marketing in 2022, top SEO priorities. There we go. All right. Oh, so it doesn't look like this is a very long article. Okay, this is a promo for their webinar. So, Search Engine Journal is one of the authorities in the industry. So, I would recommend if you would want to join the webinar if you're interested in SEO. I will probably be attending the webinar, I like to see what other people say about things. Alright, so that's the end of that one. Let's see what else we have. A sports team wrote an article. Or a sports website. Okay, so we have SEO. There we go. This is from Forbes from 2 weeks ago. I've actually already read this, been through it, but there doesn't seem there's much else out right now. Let's see. So Google search. All right. So basically, it's just the importance of product data and structured snippets. Probably is what they're talking about when they say structured product data. So for instance, if you were to search camping tents. Let's check out this search results page. So these are the ads that pull up. These are shopping ads, different than text ads. And then these are, I believe, from, it's just Google's own thing now, where they kind of show products. See, it says 10 stores, 10 stores. So what you want is you want to have your stuff in Merchant Center, so that even if I have a couple clients who, even if they don't use Merchant Center for Google Ads or anything like that, by creating a Merchant Center, you actually get free listings, and this is kind of that section. Um, it's also in shopping. You can get, so here's the ads, right? But you can actually get your products on here if you have Merchant Center set up, and that's free to do, and we can help you with that if you like. And the more information you have, also Buy on Google is a channel that you can sell through, which is different than basically you'd buy it through Google as opposed people would buy stuff through Google, um, as opposed to going to say Newegg or whatever the website. So it'll allow people to not have to go to your website to buy from you. They can buy straight off of Google. And then if you have your price in your structured snippet, people will be able to filter by the price, style, brand. You can have all this stuff in your structured data or on your product pages if it's coded in right. Google is then able to filter your stuff out through here. So just because you may have a 12-foot tent or a two-person portable tent, whatever, Google doesn't know that necessarily if you don't have it in the, even if it's in the product name, if it's in the product description, maybe an image alt attribute, and in the structured data snippets. So that's more of the importance of the product structured data. But let's go back to the actual search results page. So, so you have REI. So they're bringing up a category for camping tents. Camping tents. Here's local. Images, because they have the alt attribute in there and they're on a strong. So a top 10 camping tents. So it looks like a lot of the stuff, if you sell camping tents, you wouldn't want to try to rank for camping tents. So what you would want to do is you would want to do camping tents for person. And it actually does look like Google is fewer and okay, so it's more and more seldom putting products in their search results page. And putting them here. So if you have a product, so the reviews, let me see. How about, what's another good one? What is another, here, let me. What if we did baseball cleats? See if there's any products that pull up for that. Yeah, see popular products. So instead of these pages pulling up on Google like this, like these are categories, they're not necessarily showing. So say you Under Armour baseball cleats, size, okay, size 7, fine. There we go. So these all pulled up because they all have that size 7. And you can see the average reviews of those websites. Local's also a great way to compete if you have a brick and mortar. So here's an ad. Oh, that's for Amazon. Dicks. Here we finally have our first search results page. Team Express. They have their rating 4.58. They don't have, let's see, is this an actual product? they would probably want to have, yeah, they need structured data then. So let's actually run a rich results test. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. And we do the smartphone because Google crawls your website as a mobile site first. You could have the best desktop site ever, but if your mobile site is trash for customer experience, Google doesn't care about your desktop. So, let's see. Review, type for field. SKU description. Okay, so Google just must not be pulling it. So that leads me to believe that if they if they had that information in there, Google would be pulling it and putting it on here. So they don't have that one that the Tents had on their main page. Is this page? Oh, this is page 2. So they probably have it on page 1. Yeah. So it would end up here. That company had the price and all that stuff. So unfortunately, we can't see. So it's red and white. So this is another instance of why they would probably want to do ads as opposed to simply rely on organic. Looks like the competition for organic is just way too difficult. All right, let's see. What else can we kind of let's see here. Let's see what so I'm looking at Google Trends right now to see kind of what's trending. All right, so I'm just trying to think of products to look up so I could show you guys. Let me see here. Let me check the. Hold on. Let me see here what we have. All right, let's do. No, I don't want that. I want How about we do maybe see if we can find like a local something. Let's do computer repair. All right, so So this is a service. This is not products. But you could see they still have their um, the number of reviews, the average rating, and then the stars there. And then let's see, does anyone? So they actually have. Okay. Oh, this is Best Buy. Um. Oh no, it does. They do have their price for their service is $39.99. Remote virus removal, which is probably means you don't have to bring it into the store and they'll log in and do it, is $150. Antivirus install remote. Um, so you could see even for services, you can actually put the right snippets in and the right coding in, and you can get your pricing on there. Um, let's see. This is an ad, so they actually have a lot more that they can put in. They have the hours that they're open, the rating, how many reviews they have, and then their exact address. You could put that if you're looking on your phone, tap it, it'll open up your Google Maps, and you can go right there. So that is a great example of why you want to do ads, because you can kind of control more what Google shows. But anyway, let's get back to the Forbes one. Google Images. E-commerce products can appear in Google image searches and will clearly distinguish with a product tag. All right, so we did that with the cleats, right? Oh no, it wasn't the cleats. It was the camping tents. They had. So here's the tents. And then images right here. So here's the images. So these all have so then you can go to view all, and then right there's a review all. These are ads. So let's go down here. So I know Forbes said that it would have the product tag, but I mean we're on the shopping, so we're in images. I mean, you can probably tell that these are don't need the product. There's the product tag that they're talking about. So you can see these are all articles. The best camping tents, but 10 best, 10 best. The only there it is. I was missing it. I don't know why I wasn't seeing it. So you can see the product here. Product here. Is this a product? Linking camping tents. Is this just an article? It is. So that's why it doesn't have the link on it. So there you go. That's what they're talking about right there. You have the product tag right there. Okay, so continuing on, Google Lens. Product information could pop up when identified by Google Lens, Google's mobile device camera app. So having the right data in, we can't really show it through on a computer. If I was streaming from my phone, I could do like a screen share maybe. But there's an app, Google Lens, and you can actually take a picture of, say you're camping and you're like, wow, that's a way better tent. I really want that. You can take a picture of it, and then it'll be able to pull up the product or something similar. It would probably pull it up straight in the shopping or buy from Google or something like that. So that's what they're talking about with the Google Lens. And then Google Shopping. An enhanced product listing may appear in Google Shopping tab on mobile or desktop. So that's pretty much what we looked at. We're in shopping now. So you have the price, the stars, and the free shipping. That's an ad. So that's Google Shopping ads. And then this is a Google Shopping listing. So again, you can actually get these for free in Merchant Center. You just to get to the top like this is you would pay. So the very first one, you can pick it up curbside from Dick's. It's in stock. Tells you how far away it is in stock, how much it costs. 4-person tent, 3-season, stars. The amount of why is my Sorry, one sec. I need to check on I don't know why my battery. All right, sorry about that. For some reason, my charger got disconnected earlier, and it just registered that I had low battery. So, okay. So again, you're competing, but with Tents, you're trying to compete with Dick's Sporting Goods, Walmart, Cabela's, Home Depot, Wayfair, Walmart, Target, REI, Alibaba, Wayfair, Walmart, Target. So you're gonna want to pay for, and then look, White Duck, RoofNet, like these are all not these big stores. These are all, you know, lesser known that are paying because for this space because they don't have the clout that these companies have and can just get up on Google Shopping for. I mean, they're probably paying a lot in their in their own marketing and SEO stuff. So, I don't. It still looks like there's nobody in the chat, and that's totally okay. Um, we are at 10:22. Okay, let's go ahead. Google Business Profile. So, um, that's basically kind of the same thing as what was it? Google My Listings, all that kind of stuff. Um, it basically can act as they can pull that information and add it to the listing, but then it can also act as sort of a mini storefront. And you'd probably use buy. You could either send them to your website, or they could do the buy from Google feature. And then Google Maps. I mean, you probably saw as I was searching that the maps were pretty prevalent. Again, you're still having to compete with Walmart, Big Five, Target. So, actually, okay. Sharing product data with Google. So that's what you're doing. Um, gather quality product reviews. It doesn't. I mean, streamline URL and site structure. Structure URLs sensibly and consistently. Um, basically, kind of how we have it on VisionCourse. So if you're interested in big commerce, we have the category, and then we have the subcategories, and then we have for web design and development the categories, subcategories, and even under those we have the navigation is sorted into even more child categories, subcategories for our digital marketing, and then our portfolios. So we don't have our portfolio, any of these portfolios in our digital marketing. We don't have, or in the big commerce. We do have an SEO for big commerce because it has a little bit more data specific to how you can use big commerce's fields and more where things are in the back end in big commerce that you need to know in order to do the SEO. So that's why that is really the only duplicate one. Because again, I guess we could do a PPC for big commerce type thing. I might switch this to digital marketing for big commerce and just have subsections on that page that'll do for SEO. These are the fields you want to worry about. For PPC, this is where you'd put the conversion tag for Google Ads. For blogging, this is how you would link to WordPress if you had a WordPress site, or you can automatically just start up blogging on BigCommerce, and this is where you would do it. Or for newsletters, this is how you would sync up. Or if you wanted to do omni-channel selling, this is where in your channel manager you can actually set it up so that you can sell on a bunch of other things like Walmart and Google and all that without doing those Google ads. Sorry about that. So yeah, I may think about doing that. But for right now, the data that I have on the website is strictly just for SEO for right there. Emphasize site navigation and internal linking. Adding structured data, that's what we were just talking about. Let's see what this links to. So this is an internal link. It is a link that points to another site that's internal to the same domain. So yeah, they're just talking about what we went over, schema, rich snippets. So the schema markup is what you do in the back end. The snippets is how it looks on Google's front end. There's Capital One, get out of here. Where's an exit for that? Go away. Geez, Forbes, sell out much? God, every single ounce is an ad. All right. Are they gonna show? They're not even gonna show lockdown. They're not even gonna show an example of what a rich snippet would look like on the front end. That's a really bad blog. Forbes is just Forbes, so they get their article to be wherever and whatever they want. Unfortunately, that's just how the game is sometimes. But for us, we have let's see. So if you go to our digital marketing page, so here we need to redesign this a little bit. You can see that well, it fixes itself kind of if you scroll down, but we need to fix that. That's a development thing. I had a field here for people to fill out. Here's a video of how trying to do your own digital marketing is actually costing your business money. And we actually have our internal links. Let's see here. So they're seeing that pay-per-click, PPC, is the anchor text in this ahref right here. For those of you who don't know, ahref is just like links. So the company ahrefs, they may have just started off as a link building company, because back in the day you could buy 5,000 links and that would help you rank to page one no matter how garbage the links are. So I could see that being probably the most lucrative strategy during the beginning years of SEO. It's still very lucrative now, but they've just gone into the other parts of SEO more than just the linking. So that your meta tags and stuff have nothing to do with ahref. So anyway, the pay-per-click. So you could see here this pay-per-click PPC. The way we had it coded in, it's actually being read as the internal link for this. So instead of just having a paragraph with links, each of these is considered an internal link. And then I have more. Instead of just click here to find out or learn more, we have more. These are targeted to sort of, yes, I want to bring back customers. Yes, I want to create ads. Yes, I want to create engaging blogs, things like that. And then if we have this down here, if you want to chat with us, send right there. So that pulls up. Okay, good. So yeah, it's pretty basic because most of the information is on the other pages, and we don't want this page competing with our PPC page about pay-per-click. We don't want it competing with our retargeting. We just like to keep it simple. So we have this form that you want to fill out. We have the video that you can watch, and then we have our service, a little 2-sentence thing here, and then we have our services with it. So with just a short little explanation of what it is here, and then you go to that page. So let's go check out our and then here we go. So I will actually analyze your PPC campaigns for free. Tell you kind of what we can do, how we can either save you money or get you a higher cost per click at the same rate, or we get you the same revenue at a cheaper cost per click. And then here's information on it. Again, we're not trying to be, this is probably why we don't rank super well, but a lot of that information, honestly, is, if you're seeing these big pages, it's more for people like me who want to go read it. people who are going to try to do their own PPC don't take the time to come do this. What you should do is take advantage of this. Then I could spend a half hour, as long as this video's been, going over it with you. And this will take you, what, 5 minutes to read? Couple minutes to read of information. To whereas if you got a free analysis with us, I could spend a lot longer going over things specifically that apply to you and explain to you in real time exactly how one of these concepts works with exactly how your ads are listed are working, or how they're not working, things like that. So that's where a lot of the extra data and analysis will come in, is when we get you on the phone so that we can explain things to you. We found that when we had longer pages with all this, it actually didn't even retain people all that much. So that means people weren't reading it. And in fact, our bounce rate's been a lot lower since we kind of lowered the amount of content on any given pages. So that may also be something you want to consider as well. Now, blogs are a completely different animal. Blogs, you want to write pretty much as much content as you can, and then you link from your blog to your... So here's the blog. So yeah, why now is crucial. So here, I write about why you need to... I still kept it a little short, but it's got some good data or good information on here. But why you want to start doing SEO for the holiday season now. You would even want to start doing your ads for the holiday season now, because if you need to create new ads, month one is basically gathering data. You're basically throwing money. You're paying money to get the data. Your ROI in the first month is usually pretty bad. Your ROI in the second month is also not that great, because you're making changes and you're lowering budgets, raising budgets, lowering cost per clicks, raising cost per clicks, and you don't know if it's going to work because you make the change and let the data tell you whether it worked or not. So say you raise your budget or you raise the cost per click, but there's so many different variables that it can take from now till the holiday season to make sure that your budget is the right amount, your ad spend is the right amount. Also, we're going to want to analyze what your data showed last month or last year around that time. So that's time you're going to want to have as well, so that you can do a full analysis and not be stressed on trying to figure it out a month or two before people are starting to shop. And then you can also learn about what products that you can actually spend time in, a lot time in optimizing. A lot of websites, they'll have hundreds or thousands of products, right? It doesn't make sense for you to spend time to go through and optimize all of them. You can pay someone like me to go through and optimize all of them. But if you don't want to do something like that, what you can do is you can look at your analytics from last year. You can look at what products sold really well. You can look at what products got a really high click-through rate, or really high click count, and a bounce rate. You need to optimize those pages. You could target those for optimization. So ones that did well, optimize, they'll do even better. Ones that got traffic but then didn't convert as well, you might want to optimize. And then there's ones where they may have got good conversions, but they got very little traffic, very little impressions. That means it's very they're very poorly optimized. So you can actually use your analytics to, you can see here, I'm hovering over the image and it has the image alt attribute right here. So that's another reason why you want it. But anyway, and that goes beyond being ADA compliant. For the vision impaired. That's another service that we can provide also. It's fairly new that we started offering. You can reach out to us if you're interested in that as well. So anyway, back to why you want to start optimizing now is you want time to research all that. You want time to make the changes. And then if you're making changes for the SEO perspective, you want time for it to marinate. It takes 3 to 6 months once it's implemented for Google to make any change. And then it takes even longer for them to put you, if they think you deserve to be on page 1, they don't put you right on page 1. If you're on page 10, they'll put you on page 8. Then they'll put you on page 7. Then they'll bump you back to page 9. Then they'll put you on page 6 for maybe a month. Then they'll put you up. Then you'll see a huge jump. You go up to page 2, drop down. So it's called the Google dance. They never jump you really up to number 1 right away. Rarely, if there's very little competition, for a certain key term, and usually they're low searched, like in the hundreds, then you can possibly get to, number 7 or 8 or something on page 1. But in general, you're never just going to optimize your site and then be on page 1 like within a month. It just doesn't happen that way. Okay, so I am actually going to end it here. We went over all of button up UX, pagination, load more, infinite scroll. So I want to talk about infinite scroll first. So real quick, load more. There's a small block of text that says read more. You click it. It shows the text. Google not used to count that text. It does now. So you can feel free to use the read more if you don't like initially a big block of text above your products or anything like that being shown. Google will now read that text. So right here, infinite scroll. This is kind of controversial. Some people like the infinite scroll. I like it if my general rule for navigation is if you have more than 2 or 3 pages of products, you needed subcategories under that. And then if you follow that rule, then infinite scroll can be great. If you have 6 pages of products and you implement infinite scroll, people are just going to keep scrolling and scrolling, and they're going to get super annoyed at the infinite scroll feature. So infinite scroll is great as long as you handle your navigation the way that you're supposed to. So that's a nice little way to read an article and understand exactly what they're talking about. So you saw that as I was reading things, I would actually go Google stuff live and see if what they're saying actually is happening, and when it is, I try to figure out why and stuff like that. That is most SEO experts kind of figure things out. We don't have millions of clients, so what we do is there are people that handle hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in SEO and marketing budgets. They put out articles like this. They have the data of literally millions of websites that they manage, and then we these, I say smaller companies because we just don't handle millions of clients, read those articles, and we double check what they're saying, see if that happens in real time, and then we'll go see it, maybe Google some products from some of my clients, each of my clients, Google a couple products, see where they fit, how this is going, make sure they have all this stuff. Most all of our clients already fall under this. This is really, a lot of this is really nothing new in the SEO world. It's just, I mean, what is it? It was for 2022. So it's just to get their article up. We searched SEO 2022. Their article showed up. It was the second highest one that was actually about SEO in 2022. So it worked as far as what they were going for, but it's generally not, a lot of this is not new stuff. So maybe Google Lens you've never heard about before. Maybe Google Business Profile you've never heard about before. Maybe the ADA compliant for the visually impaired that I talked about earlier you hadn't heard about before. Maybe you never really thought about internal linking or having an effective navigation strategy. Maybe you didn't know about the load more, the infinite scroll, but that is not new per se. So I just don't see those things talked about all that often. So maybe the average person who kind of just looks things up doesn't know about it. But as far as an SEO, expert or person who does it for a living, they would have known about this years ago. So anyway, yeah, check out our website. If you're interested in optimizing for your holiday season now, feel free to reach out to us. And thanks for watching this video. You're probably watching it on the restream or on demand because no one's watching it live, but that's okay. And if you had been here last week or today, I would have spent the entire 30 minutes analyzing just your website. So the whole point of this is for people to eventually start coming into here, and I'll pick people out, and they can give me the URL. I will look it up. I'll do a live sort of audit of their site. So Yeah, with all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff for the YouTube channel. We do have an Instagram, VisionCourse Media, and we're more about, we're more client facing, we're more about doing client work and stuff like that. This is more, so you can see some things on our own website and things like that. Have some work to do. Um, uh, I want to do some more of these live stream type things, maybe some more SEO videos that I can put out on the website, things like that. But um, if we could afford a marketing to afford a whole marketing team, we'd have to raise our prices much more like a lot of those other people do, and we know you all would not like that. Um, so thanks again for checking out this stream. Um, do all the good YouTube stuff. Hit us up if you have any questions by on pretty much any page on our website. We have name, email address, company name, and a message. Generally, just kind of what you want. Are you interested in redesign, SEO? You want to rank for a certain term? You want your website to look like a certain competition? Let us know, and I will see you next Monday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern, and have a great week. Bye.